The corner, the corner, the corner.
Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you'll find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, unscripted, unfiltered conversation, like you're home with your cousin. It's all about life. It's about finance. It's about spirituality. It's about love and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey. So sit back and listen in as we dive into a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on with an array of thoughts and opinions. My goal is to create a space all for us to connect and communicate. It's not really about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy it. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about
The corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Cousin Ed. Yes, indeed. Back again. Another Cousin Ed's Corner. Today probably should be a wind down Wednesday, but I am wound up. So it's not going to be a wind down Wednesday. Hopefully I get this show out early enough to you, but today is going to be the Corner Connection. The Corner Connection here at Cousin Ed's Corner. So if you don't know what the Corner Connection is, this is the conversation I like to have. Just on the corner having a conversation, right? So before I get into the show, don't forget you can find us on any social media platform under Cousin Ed's Corner. That's Cousin Ed's Corner, all one word. You can also find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all those places wherever you listen to it now, you can find us, and others. You could even say Amazon Alexa play so and so, right? Cousin Ed's Corner. So in the car, wherever you're at. In saying that, please be sure to leave a comment. Leave a comment wherever you listen to the show to say, hey, I'm listening here. That way I know you're out there. I do see some of the numbers, do see some of the likes, I do see some of the downloads, but just like to know who you are. So thank you everybody who's been leaving comments or sending DMs. Don't forget, if you're on any social media platform, send us a DM. Just letting us know you listen to the show. We have listeners from all around the world now, so definitely let us know you're listening. Let us know that you like what you're hearing. Even if you don't like it, you don't agree with it, let us know you don't agree with it. We love hearing from you. With all that being said, I'm going to move into today's show. One of our first shows that we'll talk about this probably, but needs to be discussed. So I was having a conversation this weekend. I was at my grandmother's house that my father and I now manage, and we had some work being done. Gentleman came by who's done some work for us before, and he's from Mexico, and he, and he was talking about some of the things that some of his friends and family have to go through right now, and it was very, very interesting to hear his perspective on America and on what they're going through. So I may play a clip of it at the end, but just want to talk about America and immigration and some of the things that we have the audacity to do, right? This may be a touchy subject for many of us, right? Many of you, many of us. And you got to be careful what you say, where you say, and everything, but you got to stand up for what's right as well. You got to stand up for what's right as well. And I say that because this country was built by immigrants, right? We all are immigrants to this country. Even if you're born here now, you're somehow, some way, I ain't saying all, because we do have listeners from everywhere, but majority of our ancestors were not originally born here, right? We were born somewhere else. White, black, Indian, Chinese, whatever. Now the Indians, they're originally from this continent, but majority of us were not, our ancestors were not from here. And we have the audacity as a country to treat outsiders, to treat foreigners, to treat immigrants, to treat our brothers and sisters as if they don't belong, right? Now, my cousin Ed's earliest recollection of immigration and understanding immigration was late 80s, early 90s, right? So it was Reagan, I remember that for sure. And he had a amnesty program, so it might be like around 88. Somebody look it up for me, let me know. But he had an amnesty program for people who were here trying to get their immigration. He was going to let them stay. They just had to get the paperwork in by X date. And we had lines and lines and lines of people trying to get their paperwork done, right? This was Brooklyn, New York. I live right next to a building who helped them with their immigration. And it was Congress of Racial Equality, CORE, was helping people with their immigration. Now, that's my earliest recollection of knowing that people are not from here, right? I know there's other countries and everything else, but how many people lived here that were not from here and were here illegally? There are laws in place which we should and always try to obey the laws. So yes, illegal immigration is a slippery slope. If you come here illegally, you're here not trying to get your American citizenship or your green card. Yes, there should be some kind of path to citizenship, right? To getting working papers, to something, right? And for those who are here now, I think a reset is needed, not to actually just kick them out, not to deport them, not to arrest them, not to be inhumane to people who are legally working, legally paying taxes, all those things that they're contributing to our society. They should not be frowned upon at this current state of time, right? Now, like I said, it's a contradiction. We know that you may have came here illegally. We know that you don't have your papers right now, but you are contributing to America. You're staying out of trouble. Your kids go to school here. You're paying taxes here. All of those things. It's only cousin Ed, don't believe that locking somebody up and kicking them out is the correct thing to do. Now, I've heard, if anybody is here committing crimes, then yes, go through proper court proceedings and then go ahead and extradite or deport them out of the country. I understand that. I know some people who were deported due to, and they were here legally. They were here at the time on visas, did something they wasn't supposed to do and got deported. So I understand that. If you are here illegally and you're doing something illegal, yes, they need to try to, first due process and second deportation, right? The thing that I worry about is how we are inhumanely treating our fellow brothers and sisters. The kids who came here unknowingly, right? The kids who went to school with our children. The kids who bought candy out of our candy stores. The kids who went to our museums. The kids who went to our amusement parks. All of those things, I worry about those things. The local stores who sell every day to our brothers and sisters who have no problem with that, but tomorrow they may not be a patron of those stores because they're getting rounded up by ICE. So in this conversation I was having, the young man talks about the fear of leaving home, right? The fear of leaving, the fear of getting gas, the fear of stopping, knowing that a cop may pull up and ask for his papers. And I was baffled about living in that kind of fear, right? It's something we don't have to imagine, living in that type of fear. Oh, yeah, some of us do, right? You see a cop pull up behind you, you don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, it's a whole nother topic, right? But can you imagine every second you hear a noise at the door, you're worried about cops, ICE, raids. You have people going to work today and not coming home because of raids. I remember watching a show years ago, History Channel or something, about the migrant workers that were in California back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and the fight they had to fight just to for their rights and proper pay. And Cesar Chavez was one of the leaders at the time trying to fight for their rights. Some reform needs to be done in America. Reform needs to be done no matter what, however you feel about it. But we have to go about it in a humane way. We don't have to play the victim or over politicize this issue, right? Making others less than what we are, right? Second class citizens to what we are. Many people come over here and are scholars. Many people come over here are entrepreneurs. We may say that, yes, they get jobs that somebody here should have, right? Now, if you feel or we feel that some of this is illegal practices in the jobs or unhumane practices that they're getting treated certain ways, then yes, we need to look into those. But if you can go and have the same qualifications as somebody else from another country, this is where, diversity comes in, right? Maybe that company wants to be diverse. Maybe the person is better qualified. Maybe we need to have more skilled workers in those crafts and trades here in America, right? So I saw something where they had masonry classes. A gentleman online, I can't remember his name. I saved him. I want to have him on the show, but he's teaching young people how to become masonaries, right? Doing brickwork. We need more trades. Maybe that will help us be qualified. Not to take jobs away. There's enough work out here. Maybe that'll help us to be qualified for some of that work. There's so many questions around this. Be sure to chime in, sending your thoughts, sending your comments, sending your experiences that you may have dealt with or are dealing with, or maybe you are part of this whole mess. This whole mess that's going on. We see what's going on right now with the riots out in California, the riots around the country. We say we're a country who cares. We say we're a country who loves. We say we're a country who have open arms to our brothers and sisters, but not anymore. Not anymore. Once again, we show our true colors. It's truly sad. Truly sad the way we are, and the world sees us. The world sees us. It's like somebody putting on a lot of makeup, and you can see the cracks between the makeup. Now they may say, Cousin Ed, you're not patriotic. You don't love America. You don't want America first. I do. I just believe that we're better as a whole, not as separate. Now, all right, I'm gonna get off my soapbox this morning, but it was on my heart seeing all this go on, and I really do hurt or think about someone who has to go through, the fear of the law. Like I said, as a black young man, as a black middle-aged man, as a black individual in this country, I know how it is to have the law eyes on you and you don't know why. It's a bad feeling. And many people will never feel that kind of insecurity or that kind of weight on their shoulder when you walk in some place and you have to make sure the way you touch things, the way you handle things, the way you move through a store, or the way you drive, right? Did I put my signal on? You're worried about all these things because of the country you live in and the skin you are in. Big topic. This is the Corner Connection. Let me know what you think. I love to have you send in your comments. All right, I'm gonna try to play this for y'all. Let me know what y'all think of this conversation that the gentleman had. It's really eye-opening on what we have to look forward to in America. It's your boy Cousin Ed. I'm out of here. Peace.
Look, they can send us back. They can send me back to my country.
Mm-hmm.
They can send everybody back to our country. But one thing I'm sure, one thing I think is you should be worried. You should be worried about what happened in this country.
Yeah.
Because it's a mess.
Oh yeah.
Now it's a mess here in USA. If I were you, I'd be worried because most of people like that, Hispanic people, is working here.
Yeah.
Working in the sun, the heat, and the roofings.
Mm-hmm.
And think about this, everybody out to our country. The economy.
Oh yeah.
Now
Sure.
Go
Mm-hmm. Go down.
Go down.
Yeah.
Because we were working. There's a lot of million people.
Oh yeah. Millions.
Now only 1 million. It's a lot of people.
Millions. Yeah.
Just think about this. You don't want to live in USA anymore, and you say I want to move to Switzerland or Italy.
Mm-hmm.
You will feel bad if they look at you like, hey, we don't want you here. Go back to USA.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good.
Mm-hmm.
In my country, met people, American people like you, and we're friendly with them. We're happy.
Mm-hmm.
We're happy to have you there.
Yeah.
And people here, I agree that they will deport, the people, the crime,
Yeah.
crime people
Yeah.
do crimes.
Anybody? Bad.
But people that are working here, doing good, I don't know. I don't know why.
The whole country's immigrants. We all immigrants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Cousin Ed.